Also, Nancy Pelosi bans the press from her reading of this 1,900-page Sopranos-like health care bill. I mean, if you watch The Sopranos, you know what's going on here. This is like the development on the other side of the Hudson River. Are you people crazy? Are you people out of your minds? You don't see what this is? This is the biggest scam in the history of America. And here's Nancy Pelosi running with it, locking out reporters from asking questions. Listen to clip one.
Are you saying I can go down there or not? Is this a question I have?
No, sir.
Is this closed to the public?
You have to be on an RSVP list.
Is this for the Nancy Pelosi?
Yes.
Okay. Is this open to the public?
No, then you can't come in.
Oh, okay.
So the speaker staff's saying I can't go down there.
That's correct.
You have to be. You have to sign on to the.
That's how we're handling this event.
Oh, that's too bad.
So you could watch it on C-SPAN.
You hear the nice,
All right, so
polite
you're saying-
fascists?
You're not on.
Now, let me explain something to you. I warned you that when fascism returned to America, it would not necessarily come with an Pa band and swastikas on their arms. I warned you that if fascism ever returned to this country, and I've been warning you this for 15 years, that if it ever returned in this country, meaning if it appeared in this country for the first time, it would not necessarily be marching to a German tune, and it would not necessarily have a swastika on its arm. They'd be polite, they'd be nice, but nevertheless, we have fascism emerging in the United States of America. Here are these nice, polite Obamaites locking people out from a signing of the 1,900-page bill by Nancy Pelosi, not allowed to ask questions. What country are you living in? Jeff in Las Vegas, you're up on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. I think the agenda of the Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Harry Reid is basically they want to go ahead and just bring us down to the lowest level, and they want to go ahead and run the world. And that's what their agenda is, and we're just too stupid to see it.
Well, if they can get away with running the American people out of democracy, why shouldn't they be able to take over the world? If they can take a nation like this, which still has perhaps the highest number of independent thinkers amongst any Western democracy, and armed to the teeth, by the way, if they can crap on you, if they can do what they're doing to us, and no one says anything to them, and they get away with it every day, getting up with the same garbage, and they get away with it because they own ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, and now Fox News, then what's to stop them from taking over the world? Tell me.
That's only going to last so long. You know, you can.
I can't say another word. I don't even want to get mad. You know, play some rock and roll for me. I don't care. I really don't care. If you people want to live in the Soviet Union, if you want to live in Cuba, that's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to change the course of history. Could you play some rock and roll? That's all. What do I care? You don't deserve freedom. You don't. 15 years I spilled my guts out on the show. And you know what? It's gotten worse. We have a gangster regime in power. So what do you want me to do? Spill my guts now on the air every day? Crucify myself? For you? You did nothing. You did nothing. You sat there and listened to me. Oh, yeah, go, Mike. We got your back. We're lighting a candle for you. Oh, yeah, we're right behind you, Mike. Yeah, here's what you got. You got a fraud artist from Chicago with gangsters surrounding him. You got Corzine. Who was Corzine in New Jersey? Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is running America. Goldman Sachs is running the world along with the CFR and a few other groups, and you do nothing about it. You don't even see the criminals around you. In my opinion, they're criminals. They should be in jail. How do you like that? Why do I say that? They have enriched themselves at our expense. And so who do they arrest? The guy who steals $20 million in a hedge fund? Oh, it's a show trial, my friend. Stalin had show trials, too. Stalin had show trials. But the real gangsters in Stalin's Russia didn't get arrested because they were running the country. Play that song again. I want to hear it again. Obama is the biggest faker in the history of the presidency, and he gets away with it. I just love how he's above it all, better than everybody. Means well. You know, they're portraying him as a man who's like the Robin Hood, wanting to rob from the rich and give to the poor. You schmucks. What he wants to do is rob from all of you and give it to the gang and put him in power. Kansas City, Ed, you're on the Savage Nation. Your opinion counts.
Hi, Dr. Savage. Well, I read the FBI raid article today, and one thing that struck me as a former police officer, was the fact that the FBI agent in charge had to call the Anti-Discrimination Muslim League to give them a heads up about what they were doing and what the raid was about.
Oh, you mean before they showed up to take down the criminals, they had to call up the league and tell them we're coming so they can arm themselves and get behind sandbags?
Yes, sir. And then what happened? They got in a gunfight. The FBI dog was killed, and
whoa! I know they killed. I know the evil members of the mosque shot the police dog. Maybe that can cause some tears amongst the liberals.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. I just wanted to say that myself and all the guys I work with, we support you 100%. And most of the guys I work with are ex-police officers also, are ex-military. So just
well, I know that the police officers and ex-military are the only thing that keeps this gang from going after the rest of us. Believe me, I understand they're afraid of you. But believe me, they've only gotten started. They're only 10 months into their regime.
Yeah, we're afraid of where this country's going. Thank God for you, Dr.
I think I've said all I dare say at this time, other than to say Americans don't deserve freedom. I believe America does not deserve freedom. If you could elect this fraud to the presidency and not see that it was a stolen election, say, well, it couldn't have been stolen. Many of you said that Bush stole the election from in what was the year they said they stole it from who did he run against? I don't even remember in 2004. Gore, that he stole it from Gore with the vote. But now all of a sudden you can't say this was stolen by illegal aliens voting, acorn votes, and the Republicans throwing the election to him. You know, McCain is the real, leave me alone with this whole story. It's a charade. But as I said to you, I'm a realist. I'm a practical man. I can live with thievery. I can live with rigging elections. I can live with robbing the public up to a point. But I've never seen an administration that is outright traitorous like this one. And I'm telling you, I've never in my life seen an administration that crossed that line. They crossed the green line when he started doing his tour, bowing down to Saudi Arabia, bowing down to tyrants around the world, kissing the rings of those who oppose our freedom, and then coming back and threatening those of us who support our freedom, and we're still willing to give up all of our money to these people? We don't deserve any freedom. We deserve to have a ring put in our nose. And I can guarantee you Pelosi knows it, because she knows that this is a nation of drug addicts. And when I say drug addicts, I mean Prozac, because Prozac is probably more addictive and more dangerous for this population than opium was for the Chinese when the British doped up the entire Chinese nation so they could turn them into a nation of cool.